It's November and this is the Library Roadshow. On the show today, I'll recap the outcome of the tax renewal. Adam will introduce a new digital resource. Kayla will take you to the 2015 Maker Faire. Tamika will share some must-reads for the holidays and so much more. Let's take you around your library system right now. Welcome to the November edition of the Library Roadshow. I'm Mary Stein, and this is a production of your East Baton Rouge Parish Library System. I am really happy to announce that thanks to thousands of voters throughout East Baton Rouge Parish, the library's dedicated property tax renewal passed on October 24th. This means that your library system's future is assured for the next 10 years. This was critical since the operation of the entire library system is completely funded by this tax, and it was due to expire. Revenues from the dedicated tax pay for everything, from the light bulbs to the books, from the computers and databases to staffing and maintenance. A small portion of this tax, just 5%, will cover capital improvements for 7 of our 11 oldest buildings. We'll be starting with our oldest new branch, Jones Creek Regional, and work our way down the list. To find out more, check out the branch assessment study on the library's website, ebrpl.com.
Free access to books, audio, and library resources are just a few of the benefits available to you when you get a library card. Need free access to a computer? You get that. Want free access to premium digital resources like Mango Languages and lynda.com? You get that. Need to book a meeting space? You get that. Heck, you can even check out a telescope or use a digital printer with your library card. If you live in East Baton Rouge Parish, pick up your free library card from your local branch library today. Premium access to everything the library system has to offer is waiting for you.
As the library staff began planning for our first mini Maker Faire last year, we also started to beef up our print and digital collections so we could be sure to have resources for all the local makers. Everything from Make magazine in print to colorful and fascinating books and even digital magazines covering niche topics like paper crafting and high-end electronics. Now we can add databases to the list of resources for hobbyists, collectors, and makers. Adam St. Pierre joins us now to explain in the digital download.
Are you an amateur astronomer, knitter, homebrewer, or stamp collector? Do you know about the library's premium online resource for hobbyists and crafters, Hobbies and Crafts Reference Center? Well, you should. Hobbies and Crafts Reference Center has oodles of ebooks, magazine articles, and videos to help you get crafty. They even have an archive of step-by-step instructions for hobbyists. So whether you're looking for beer and winemaking, Americana collecting, model airplane and radio-controlled models, or robotics, Hobbies and Crafts Reference Center has got you covered. To check out Hobbies and Crafts Reference Center from your library, log on to the digital library page at ebrpl.com.
Thanks, Adam. I'm proud to say that the library's been offering lively programming for adults in these same hot topics. And the demand keeps growing. Everything from compassionate crocheting and adult coloring to photography, drones, and robotics. It's really exciting to see how energized people can become when they exchange ideas at the library. And then with all the other free programs such as Tunes at Noon, the National Novel Writing Month Write-In, and the Master Gardeners, those creative juices just keep flowing. Let's shift gears and check in with Kayla Perkins, reporting in from Beyond the Stacks.
Frequent library patrons will tell you that we have some epic programs going on across your East Baton Rouge Parish Library. One of the most recent epic programs was the 2015 Baton Rouge Mini Maker Faire.
We're here at the Baton Rouge Mini Maker Faire at the main library at Goodwood, where there's art, there's crafts, there's robotics, and there's even a 3D printer. And if you missed this great event, don't worry, we're about to give you a tour.
It got started after I had gone to see the the major show in San Francisco, which has it's a huge world-renowned thing and had been going on for years. And I saw this and thought that it could apply very well to the library since it focused so much on STEM, which is the science, technology, education, and mathematics. And when we came back thinking all of the different classes we're running and all of the different hobbyists that we have in and out doing other programs, I mean, at its core, the Maker Faire is really just a chance for a bunch of hobbyists to get together and show off what they make to each other and an appreciative audience. And they love explaining it. And since so many of them had learned some of this stuff from the library, we just had a brand new shiny building open, it seemed like a natural fit, and it was fantastic.
The Maker Faire is an annual program at your East Baton Rouge Parish Library. Last year, we had more than 3,000 people come. This year, attendance was way more than that.
We have a little bit of everything. It goes from high-tech to low-tech. We have 3D printers, drones, robots, all the way down to crocheting, jewelry making, and live painting.
The list goes on. It's called the Maker Faire because it's a showcase for people that make stuff. All kinds of stuff.
Baton Rouge isn't the world's biggest city. We know that. And one of the things I enjoy seeing is a lot of these groups that they do similar things, but they had no idea each other were local to Baton Rouge. You can see them meet up and you can watch their minds start moving as they start collaborating. And the adults, of course, well, if you're the type of hobbyist that does one thing, you very well might see something you like here and go, I want to get into that. The teens, again, it reinforces that STEM. It gets them thinking, sneaks it in without being a science class. Suddenly they want to build a robot. Well, they're not thinking, oh, it's homework. They're thinking, well, I want to build a robot. How do I go about doing that? And I got to say, if I was their age and had access to this sort of stuff, wow, what would I have known when I got to college? The kids themselves, we have the Knock Knock Children's Museum here, and it's just entertaining for them. They're getting to play with all kinds of stuff, meet all kinds of kids, and it's all educational.
We've got something called squishy circuits. It's actually electric Play-Doh. It's Play-Doh using 2 different recipes, and they're experimenting with it to see if they can light bulbs and turn on motors. Over here they're playing with circuit boards, and they're playing with motors and batteries, and they're making some things very simple but also very complex.
It was clear after mulling around the crowds for just a few minutes that folks were having fun. Fun while learning a thing or two.
They're having a fantastic time. There's a lot of them that had no idea some of these groups were in Baton Rouge, and now they're interested in the hobbies. And when they explain how they learned to do it, now they want to get into it. Or they know somebody who does it and wants to introduce them. They're enjoying the spectacle of it. Some of these displays are really neat, like the fire cannons or the trebuchet. It's just fun to watch. And some of the programs we're running around as they're doing it, they're getting to learn some stuff hands-on, which that seems to be really popular.
Who'd have thought learning could be so much fun, right?
Discover what programs are going on at your East Baton Rouge Parish Library online at www.ebrpl.com, or pick up a copy of the monthly newsletter, The Source, for all upcoming events.
Thanks, Kayla. Now, one of my favorite programs is coming up. The 15th Annual Attic Treasures and Collectibles event takes place on November 21st, and I can't wait. It's our own version of Antiques Roadshow. You're invited to bring 3 items in to be examined by local experts and collectors. I like to wander up and down the lines and see what all the people have brought in. We'll be demonstrating the P4A Antiques database too. That's the same database they use at Antique Roadshow. And you can't beat the price. Free, free, free. Stay right there. After the break, Pabby Arnold joins me for a chat right here on the Library Roadshow.
Hi, I'm Sari Feldman, and I'm the president of the American Library Association. We need your help. In late October, the American Library Association will launch its new multi-year public awareness campaign, Libraries Transform. We need to let policymakers, stakeholders, and funders know that libraries are neither obsolete nor nice to have. Libraries are essential. We need your help to spread the message. Hang posters, send emails, post on social media. You can find out more by visiting librariestransform.org. Join me in showing the world that libraries transform.
Ballerina.
Sometimes all it takes to be a dad
is remembering how to be a kid again. Take time to be a dad today.
Connor is struggling in school.
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
Why don't you understand me?
I do. This is what it feels like for kids with learning and attention issues. Redirecting to understood.org.
You're watching the November edition of the Library Roadshow, everything you need to know about your local library system. And joining me now is Pabby Arnold, Coordinator for Children's Services here at the library. Pabby, first, a big congratulations in order for you for such a successful 38th annual Author Illustrator program.
We had a fabulous time. Everybody who came thoroughly enjoyed David. He gave them exactly the information that they wanted to hear about his books, his works, but also because we have so many school librarians and teachers who come, he also talked about the writing process. Even though, as he says, his background is a math teacher, not a writer, not an English teacher, but he has learned because he had to on his own, so he talked to them and gave them information. After the program, he sent me worksheets for the teachers. I've emailed them out to everybody.
That's great.
It was wonderful.
And David Adler was a great connection with the children who came in the evening program
they
too.
adored it. I mean, they just, oh, it's him, it's him, it's him.
Well, it's really exciting when people can connect with books. And that's something that we're about ready to do in a very different way, because you have just brought a fabulous traveling exhibit here to the main library. It's called Tattered Covers and All Night Reads, the great children's books our parents loved. So what's so special about these books?
This is mainly books from the 40s and 50s that parents or even grandparents, depending, would have read. Dick and Jane, the Bobbsey Twins, Captain Billy's Whiz Bang, illustrated classics.
I love those.
The Hardy Boys, Raggedy Ann and Andy, Little Golden Books, Tarzan, Weekly Readers, Big Little Books,
I've read all those books.
Not only that, we have just about every one of these here in this library.
Well, these classics never go out of style.
Exactly.
So this is an exhibit that, obviously it's not just a bunch of books on a bookshelf.
No, they also have things from that period, like a rotary phone and things like that. That will, a lot of kids have never seen a rotary phone.
Well, that's true. We know that from the library. When the kids need to call home, they don't know how to do it sometimes. So there'll be books from this time period and artifacts from this time period, and you're going to do some special events related to this.
We have some special events. We've got for children especially. We have, since that's what I have as children's, we have one program on repurposing old books, to decide whether you need to repair it or repurpose it. And so they'll have a great time with that, about how to repair books, but also, if you can't, what to do with them.
That's right. You can upcycle them into so many wonderful things.
Exactly. So we have a number of programs like that coming along. We also will be showing films that go along with many of these books. So on Saturdays, we'll have those films going.
Okay, so it's things to look at, things to touch, some experiential activities along with this exhibit. How long will this exhibit be up at the main library?
About 6 weeks.
Okay, so all through the month of November.
All through the month of November, and then it'll leave at the very beginning of December.
Okay, well, this gives me a very warm and fuzzy feeling, since these are books that I read as a child, and my parents read with me or to me, which leads me to the topic, 1,000 books before kindergarten. Give me a rundown.
That's right. We have 1,000 books before kindergarten. We instituted this last spring. We've had a wonderful time with it at all of our branches. What it is parents or grandparents can pledge to read at least 1,000 books to a child before they start kindergarten.
It sounds like such a big number.
Oh, it does. But one book a night for 3 years is 1,065 books. 3 books a night for 1 year is 1,065 books.
And we've already had some children complete.
We've had a number of them completed. We had especially some that finished within the first couple of months because they were moving.
Oh,
and they wanted to finish the program before they moved.
That's so great. So can parents still sign up for this program?
This is an ongoing program. There is no end to it. And it ends for your child when your child begins kindergarten, whatever age that is.
Well, why is it so important for parents to read with their children?
There are a number of things. One, it increases the child's vocabulary. It also teaches them about things they may never see.
Okay.
But within a book, you learn about some things in history or geography or those kind of things.
Books
that
will
are within
take you
books.
anywhere.
Exactly.
All right.
And it is a wonderful time for a parent and child to bond.
That's right. After the break, we'll have book reviews with our youngest library patrons. That and more coming up next.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
A single ember that escapes from a wildfire can travel more than a mile. That single ember can ignite and destroy your home or even your community. You can't control where that ember will land, only what happens when it does. Get Fire Adapted now at fireadapted.org.
Enroll, we say, we want you to be okay. Enroll, we say, take care of people for goodness sake. There's a plan for every budget, so don't accept defeat. Now you can get covered and still buy me treats.
You take care of your pets. Now it's their turn to take care of you. Visit getcoveredamerica.org to learn about your health insurance options.
Welcome back to the November edition of the Library Roadshow. We've just made a call to Steve Bretzo. He's the organizer of Tattered Covers. Steve, what surprises you about how parents and children interact with the exhibit?
Well, it's a fascinating experience to watch them because parents and grandparents get very emotional and very excited about these books. And it's contagious. You'll see the children react to that and say, "What? Are you kidding me?" And they'll see a film clip from Romper Room, or they'll see a Slinky or Silly Putty. They'll hear the stories about reading Lad a Dog or Lassie Come Home and how important that was, and Black Beauty the first time that was read under Grandma's oak tree, Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm, or any of those books. And there's just such a tie to those, and it's so interesting for young people to see their parents react to this type of thing. I recounted the experience I had when I was in elementary school. One day I went with my father to the grocery store, and I saw my elementary school teacher buying milk. And I just stood there speechless, and she turned around and greeted me and said hello to my father. And I could not believe that a teacher was a real person. They went shopping, and I never thought of them that way. I always thought of them as some sort of elevated personage that appeared and then disappeared. And that's what this exhibit is all about. The young people discovering their parents and grandparents had great relationships with these stories, and they had a great imagination, and they were very moved by these. And it led them to a life of literacy and commitment to libraries. It's just a fun experience.
What other exhibitions have you designed?
Well, I have toured everything from Babar to Dr. Seuss, The Muppets, Star Wars, Charlie Brown, Maurice Sendak, which is touring right now, Pulp magazine covers, Stephen King, the great horror books of the 20th century, and his manuscripts. I've toured those. That's a great Halloween show, by the way. And many, many others that have just been to museums and libraries, lots of art museum exhibits of carriages and Baroque things from Portugal and the Fabergé egg. But recently, mostly library exhibits, because libraries are just so interactive now and so engaging, and they become community centers. It's really great to participate with them.
Steve, what's your next project?
Well, I'm not sure I can tell you, but let's just say it has a lot to do with a very, very famous Hispanic Latin American character who is their equivalent of Mickey Mouse, The Muppets, Star Wars, all rolled into one, and it's been around for 45 years, is still on television now, is iconic And you talk about a project where grandparents and great-grandparents and aunts and uncles come together and bring this to their children. It's amazing, and it has been touring Latin and South and Central America, and it will be coming to the United States in 2017. And I don't know if you can guess who it is, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
Thanks, Steve. We'll be seeing you soon right here at the main library. Thousands of kids use your East Baton Rouge Parish Library system. It's time to meet just one and find out what she's reading.
My name is Rihanna, and my favorite book is Hiding Out at the Pancake Palace. It's about a famous boy named Elvis Ruby who wants to get out of being famous. He finds a friend named Cecilia, and then they become friends. My dad brings me here to the library, and I like coming here because it's a good place to do my homework and read books because it's quiet.
It's great to see even the youngest in our community making good use of your library system. Stay right there. You're watching the Library Roadshow.
Look at me. Hey.
Raymond, look at Mommy.
Maybe the light hurts his eyes.
Maybe she's just not hungry. Maybe he can't hear us. Maybe we're not stimulating him enough. Maybe it's a phase.
Avoiding eye contact is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
Don't let E. coli mosh with your food. An estimated 3,000 Americans die from a foodborne illness each year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So always separate raw meat from vegetables. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
So they say it's a man's world? I don't see anybody's name on it.
While they were doing their thing, we slowly changed our world.
Today, women can do anything men can do. And there's one thing we're even better at.
My name is Melissa Easton, and I'm head of the Special Collections Department at the Baton Rouge Room Archive, located inside the main library at Goodwood, where Baton Rouge history comes alive. Ollie Bryce Steele Burden, known as Steele, grew up in Baton Rouge on Windrush Plantation. His property is now part of the Burden Center in LSU's Rural Life Museum. Steele was an avid amateur horticulturist who had a hand in developing Baton Rouge's city park and was even superintendent there for a time. He then became a landscape architect for LSU and stayed in that position until his retirement. Though Burden's legacy is primarily of his gardens, he was also an avid artist. He painted landscapes and Louisiana scenes, and he was also a sculptor. Here we have an example of his work. His signature style are these small, grotesque sculptures that often depict religious scenes. This piece depicts the stoning of Mary Magdalene. Note the crackled glaze and white clay. These are hallmarks of Steele's sculptures, as well as his initials located on the base of these pieces. I love the expressiveness and the amount of emotion he was able to convey in such a small, simple work. See this and many other artifacts of historical significance at the Baton Rouge Room Archive, located inside the main library at Goodwood, where Baton Rouge history comes alive.
You're watching the November edition of the Library Roadshow, a production of your East Baton Rouge Parish Library System. Did you know that there was so much interesting information about the history of Baton Rouge all under one roof? Come on down and check out the great old photographs. Look up some of your Baton Rouge genealogy, or just study up on the history of our great capital city. It's all available at the main library on Goodwood, and it's free with your library card.
Hello out there in TV land. Gobble, gobble, gobble. I have two great reads for family strife just in time for Turkey Day. Land of Love and Drowning by Tiffany Unique was a gripping tale of the islands, love lost, and fantasy. In the early 1900s, a ship sinks into the Caribbean Sea, and orphaned by the shipwreck are two sisters and their half-brother. Now faced with an uncertain identity and future, each of them is unusually beautiful, and each of them is in possession of a particular magic that will either sink or save them. The narrative covers 3 generations of family, and it's an engrossing novel of family pride and shame. There are culture classes, lust, secrets, curses, and lore. What makes it work? The voices of the characters. An older daughter schooled in Britain to be a rising debutante with a devastating secret. A younger sister whose island patois is a lure to men. And a lost younger brother, and there are the men that fight over them all. A dynamic read, I couldn't put the book down. And of course, there's Still Alice. Still Alice is the debut novel by Lisa Genovia. I was a bit apprehensive about reading this book, as I thought it was going to be a medical textbook masquerading as fiction. Thankfully, it was not, and instead is a compelling read that chronicles the life of Alice Howland. Howland is an accomplished cognitive psychology professor at Harvard with an equally successful husband and 3 adult children. Their oldest daughter, Anna, is a lawyer. Middle son, Tim, is in his 3rd year of medical school, and their 3rd daughter, Lydia, is a source of conflict for them both. Lydia has chosen to be an actress instead of going to college, and this familial conflict is one of the novel's most climactic emotional developments. As Alice becomes closer to Lydia as her disease progresses, Alice's memories fade as she becomes less judgmental of Lydia. This leads her to better appreciate her daughter. This book has been adapted into a film starring Julianne Moore as Alice, Alec Baldwin, Kristen Stewart, Kate Bosworth, and Hunter Parrish. The picture ultimately rests on Julianne Moore's shoulders, and she handles it superbly. The film doesn't overwhelm the audience with the family members' problems, and instead concentrates on Alice and her daily struggles instead of dwelling on how it affects the others around them. That, above all, is one of the many reasons I found both the book and the film so engaging. And that's how the page turns.
Thanks, Tamika. And for my part, I'll be reading cookbooks and downloading Martha Stewart from the digital library. Those things both count as fantasy reading in my house. And in fact, I might get so inspired by all the great produce I see at the Tuesday morning farmers market at the main library that I will actually do more than read a recipe. And now for today's contest. Visit the library's Facebook page at facebook.com/EBRPL. Check out Bookface Friday and send in your own fabulously clever bookface. That's facebook.com/EBRPL. And while you're there, enjoy. We're not your grandfather's library anymore. What's coming up on the Library Roadshow next month? Well, a visit with Mrs. Claus.
And I'll recap the biggest program happening in your East Baton Rouge Parish Library system.
And next month, I'll introduce you to a new resource in the digital library.
And I'll be getting the bookmobile ready for the Festival of Lights.
Thanks so much for joining us on the Library Roadshow. And remember, your East Baton Rouge Parish Library is open 7 days a week at each and every one of 14 branches, plus 24/7 on the web. Check us out at ebrpl.com.